Welcome to the Can Be Well presentation, National Health and Fitness Day. I am Tanya Levy, and I'm a member of the presentation committee. So Can Be Well presents National Health and Fitness Day with Can Be Well members Heather Phillips and Denise Cambiati of our partner organization, Muscle Tuners International. Can Be Well is the Canadian Association of Bioenergetic Wellness. The vision for Can Be Well is creating a world where the many bioenergetic wellness disciplines and modalities are recognized, valued, and utilized as people make choices to improve their quality of life. The mission of Can Be Well. As champions of personal choice in health and wellness, our members work together, encouraging ongoing professional development in the field of bioenergetic wellness to better provide services and education to the public. Supporting you, your friends, family, and colleagues in self-care and personal well-being in 2021, remembering wellness is your choice. You can choose to take in webinars, workshops, community outreach programs. Can Be Well membership supports our many programs as we connect, learn, and advocate together. Other advocacy and outreach, you can go to canbewell.org, and there you can see public and member newsletters, and you also find Can Be Well on social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Telegram, and YouTube. Our presenters, Denise Cambiati and Heather Phillips of Muscle Tuners International, offer online training for customers and clients seeking self-care solutions, as well as professionals seeking new tools to help their clients release pain while increasing strength and flexibility with rapid and long-lasting results. I personally am very much looking forward to their presentation. And here are their contacts, and they will be here on the recording as well for you to take a look at later. We have some upcoming events with Can Be Well. There will be a Men's Health Week, June 10th to 6th, focusing on myoskeletal alignment through clinical practice and movement training. It's free to members and there's a small fee for the public. On June 15th, we'll have Men's Health Tips with Greg Webb and Dana Lukeby, and it's free to the public and members. There's a Seniors Wellness in June, where we look at advocacy for elder abuse and awareness, and the Can Be Well annual general meeting is June 22nd. And the summit in October, which will have many wonderful speakers, has a theme of shifting into wellness, and it's the Can Be Well Summit for 2021, and it will be online, which encourages, I hope, many of you to participate. I'd like to introduce you to our lovely presenters. Heather and Denise's teaching credentials are recognized internationally, and together they have about 50 years of experience in teaching self-care systems. They support their students and clients in releasing pain and increasing their physical and emotional abilities with mind, body, spirit approaches. Heather Phillips completed her honors degree in physical education and her honors thesis about energy balancing and how it positively affects muscles. She is a course creator, author, speaker, mentor, international recording artist, founder of Muscle Tuners International Incorporated, and past president of Can Be Well. She empowers people to uncover the cause and reveal the solution to address pain and recover from injury completely. Never again will you wonder what questions to ask or question the answers you get. Her simple 3-step system is called Assign, Design, Align. Heather is currently offering an online program that comes with an immersion weekend at www.winthepaingame.com. Denise is endlessly fascinated about bioenergetic wellness. She's president of Muscle Tuners International, where she teaches basic to advanced health and wellness workshops. She has distilled key concepts so that wellness professionals rapidly develop skills to market themselves as muscle tuner specialists. She is known for her clear and concise delivery style. Denise has over 2,600 hours of training and 20 years of clinical experience helping people instantly strengthen muscles, improve function, and reduce pain. She invites you to explore how bioenergetic methods complement your life. So now, with no further ado, I bring you to our presentation. Thank you, Heather and Denise. Over to you.
Hello, everybody, and I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for the beautiful introduction. And I'm going to just start PowerPoint so we can get to the fun stuff really soon. So we are going to be bringing you some techniques to be strong, be confident, and be tuned. That's Heather and I were hamming it up at an event we were at. And we believe that everybody can be stronger and have less pain so that they can gain or regain confidence and freedom to do the things that they love. And we can help. We share easy, oh, this thing is trying to run away on me. There we go. We share easy to apply activities which can solve many challenges. And today we're going to do two great activities. One is the ever popular, highly commented on neck and upper shoulder tension release, and our muscle motion dance and the reasons why it's good for you. But first, we're going to start where everybody really needs to start every day, in my opinion, and I'm going to hand the floor over to Heather next.
So an acknowledgement to Fitness Day. Because I'm a fitness trainer and I have been involved with fitness since I was a young child and I have a degree in physical education, I actually got introduced to all of these techniques right after my back surgery when I was very young. And when you do pre-tuning events or activities, you connect your body brain, so when you're doing physical activity, it's easier on your connection, your body brain connection. It's easier to move, you have better coordination, you have more focus. So I would suggest that every morning when you get out of bed, you do these techniques because you're active all day long. So performing pre-tuning has several benefits, such as waking up your body brain connection, improving muscle coordination. And we draw on these techniques from Touch for Health, which, yeah. So let's do these activities now. They seem incredibly simple, and they are simply incredible. We urge you to do them every day. I do them in the morning before I get out of bed often, and otherwise I do them as soon as possible. So let's do them. So we're gonna put our hand on our belly button, and since these were created and put in our muscle, Denise, do you wanna go back to the screen that has the pre-tuning exercises?
Yeah, I can. What is going on here?
So the first one is power on your brain. So you put your hand on your belly button and you put your other two fingers on one side of the collarbone with the little divots and your thumb on the other side. And you can actually do a movement with this. Considering this is Fitness Week, I learned this recently, so I'm just sharing it. So when you do these particular buttons, you go from side to side. And then you're gonna keep your hand on your belly button and put two fingers above your lip and one thumb below. And the reason why you do two fingers and thumb is because now they're both neutral. And again, but this time you're gonna go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Because when you do this one, it's the top and bottom of the brain. The next one we're gonna do is you're gonna put our hand at governing 2.5. So it's quite at the very beginning of the governing meridian. And this one, we're gonna go front and back for the front and back of the brain. All right, now often we actually change hands at this point, but we're not gonna do that today for the sake of time. And the next one is wake up your central meridian. And so you put your hands at your pubic bone and you zip up to the bottom lip. Zip up to your bottom lip. Keep your hands away from your body when you come back to the beginning. Now, Denise and I discovered that if you actually fluff up your central meridian, go up and down in a zigzag like this, and then you end from here up, it makes a big difference. In fact, I feel chills when I do that, and maybe you will too. And the last one we're going to demonstrate today is water, drinking a glass of water. And we're not the only people who are recommending that you drink water as soon as your feet hit the floor in the morning. So let's do that now if you haven't already done it. Oh, that was very tasty. So now we are ready for our physical activity of the day. And we are going to be doing physical activity once Denise does her portion of the neck shoulder release. So stay tuned.
Okay, thank you very much, Heather, for leading us with that. And I can't tell you the number of comments I have from people who do this, who think that they're randomly, just normally doing well every day. When you do these points for powering on your brain, it really helps you flow through more easily, make decisions better. It helps you just be more focused, have better concentration. And people just are really, really, they appreciate that something so simple that takes only a minute and a half to do is so great.
Can I tell a short story about the Wake Up Your Central Meridian? There was a woman in a conference that, sorry, I didn't wait for your answer. There was a woman in a conference that I went to. She was one of the speakers, but we had breakfast together and she was complaining about a headache she'd had because she was in a car accident. She had this headache for a long time. And I only had time for Wake Up the Central Meridian, and I did that. And she looked at me and she said, my headache's gone. So I just want to let you know that these are very powerful. These are very powerful techniques.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, our next slide. This is a fun little graphic I discovered, and I really love it because how many times are people trying to pull something in the direction they want it to go? But there's all kinds of resistance. So if you're a therapist, you know you're fighting the sympathetic nervous system. That's the fight and flight. And when you relax and go into parasympathetic, you rest and digest. So instead of fighting and pulling something and it's going, you know, suddenly trying to go in a direction it hasn't been for a long time, how about you just invite the body to follow you into a more comfortable place without causing additional tension or pain along the way? That's one of the things that we're really big about in the programs that we teach. It's about being gentle, going slowly, going at your own speed, and inviting the body to follow you. Now, here's a little preview of something we're going to be up to. The neck tension release involves this interesting activity of pulling on your ears, but there's a secret magic ingredient to make it work really super well. And then we're going to talk to you about our muscle motion songs and why they were developed and the benefit of doing them with us. So let's just get right into the neck tension release. Now we have all kinds of proprioceptors and reflexes in our neck. So, you know, when you touch a hot stove and your hand flies back, that is a type of a reflex. There are many types of reflexes. And there's some in your neck that when you turn one way or the other, it tells your body to tense up some muscles and relax others. But what if the signals have gotten mixed up? What if you're always tense and you never get to the relaxed part? So this is an easy way to make that happen for yourself in about a minute and a half. So as I showed you on that slide, the little boy was pulling on his ears. And this is one of the tricks is you're going to get in on the folded over cartilage part and you're going to try and unroll it. Okay, do you see what I'm doing there? And I'm going to pull a little bit and you're going to go all the way up to the top and all the way through like this. Okay, so, and you're going to pull your ear a little bit. And the trick to this, the magic ingredient that makes everything work, you got to know the magic ingredient, is that you turned your head to the side of the ear that you're pulling on. But before I start, everybody stop and take a measurement of tension in your body. Oh, actually, before we start anything, Heather, I'm going to invite you back because you're really good at this. Do you know what you're going to do now?
Yeah, measure something. We're going to measure our flexibility. And we're going to measure our flexibility from our hamstrings right to our neck. So the first one for our neck, we're going to put our chin to our chest. And notice any tension, front or back, and then eyes to the sky. Gain tension. Now side to side. And then right to left. Notice how far your chin goes when you go right to left and left to right.
I'm a little tight today.
Yeah, I am too. Isn't that interesting? Now we're going to check our hamstrings flexibility. And we're going to bend our knees slightly, and we're going to reach to the floor. And then when we get to the floor, we're going to straighten one leg, and then we straighten the other leg. We're going to straighten both. And I want to see how far you go to the floor, and take a note of that measurement. And then we're going to bend our knees again and roll up. Okay, so when you roll up so you keep your back nice and firm and relaxed. Okay, so down, bend slightly, touch your toes as far as you can, straighten one leg, straighten the other leg, straighten them both. Where's the tension? How far can you get to the floor? Bend your knees and roll up. One more measurement of flexibility, side to side. See how far you can get to your knee. See how far you can get to your knee. Now this time, see how much tension there is here. See how much tension there is here. Make a note about your comfort level and your flexibility. So maybe you want to be a 10 out of 10 on flexibility and a 10 of 10 on comfort. Make a note of where you are right now. And then when we finish our neck tension and our muscle motion song, we're going to redo that same program and we'll see how much different we feel. Okay? The other two measurements are energy. So it's energy, comfort, flexibility. So if you want to make a note of where your energy is right now, that would be great too. I will guarantee it's going to go up at least 1 point. So we want to get to a 10 on everything. So let us know where you are now. Write down on a piece of paper. Comfort, flexibility, and energy. Okay?
All right, so how easy was it to turn your neck, and where did you feel the tension, and how far did you go? And was it easy or not easy to do this? These are some of the measurements that are really great. And I know that most people will take a measurement of where your eyes land comfortably, and we'll see what happens in about 2 minutes. So everybody catch the top of your right ear, turn your head as far as you can to the right, and start unrolling your ear and pulling your ear. So just go, when you get all the way through it, keep pulling, unrolling, giving it a massage. And you know what you're doing right now is you're activating nearly 300 acupuncture points using finger acupressure. And you've probably heard acupuncture and acupressure is very helpful for releasing pain and helping the energy flows of the body. So when your neck is turned all the way to the side and you do this, you're collapsing the messages that are incorrect that are going to your brain. Now take a breath and look straight forward. And now it's very important for your nervous system to pause in the middle and turn the other way. Now with the other ear, we're going to activate the other ear as well. So you're going to unroll. You're going to go all the way down to the earlobe. If you're wearing earrings, you might want to take them off first. Be gentle on yourself. This is not supposed to hurt, but you will probably notice your ears getting very warm. And you'll notice when I turn back to the camera, it's going to be pink. And that means we've done a really great job. The other thing I'm going to encourage you to do, and now you can look back to the front, is if you really want to help signals that you hear, sounds that you hear, go to the right part of your brain so that you can recall something you've heard. It's very important when you do this technique that you listen to the sounds in the room, even if it's just the ticking of a clock or a radio downstairs or whatever. Listen for sounds as you're doing this, and you're going to be firing the neurons that help put the signals that you hear into the right department in the brain. And this is fantastic for learners of all ages. Okay, everybody's ears nice and pink. Isn't that fun? All right, now I invite you all. Turn your head to the right again. And slowly come back to center and go back to the left side And when I do this at network groups, I have everybody hit the reaction button or put their hand up on their screen if they don't have a reaction button. And I commonly get 98 to 100% of the people in the meeting going, wow, that did something. Now, was there any tension in your neck when you were doing those activities? And if there remains more tension, just do the exercise again. And do it while your head is a little bit further, because you probably got an extra inch or two. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn as far as you can now and repeat the activity. That's it. That's the neck tension release. And I have people that I've done this to, or shown this to, who are therapists, who are taking this to a level that's incredible in helping people with general pain in other parts of their body and limited range of movement with other parts of your body. So we invite you to do this activity. When you notice anything in your body that's uncomfortable, do the activity and do it again, and you'll probably notice the discomfort level will drop, your comfort level will rise. All right, Heather, I'm gonna pop you over now to the music part of the program, the activity. Give me a second to pin you.
I'm really excited about this music. Our focus has been on muscle tuner specialists, and during the program, they are learning 52 muscles. And I remember learning Touch for Health and having to learn 42 muscles. So 10 more with muscle tuners. And I said, you know what? I learned them really well because I did it with music. So let's create some music. And he said, yep. So we sat on the beach and created some words, and we hired a musician and they created the song, and it turned out fabulous. So what you're going to be experiencing today is the range of motion for the 52 muscles. And when we did a Touch for Health energy balance, and we noted the muscles that were not switched on, that were, switched off, and we did the 52 muscle range of motion, and then we went back and checked the 12 muscles for the Touch for Health meridians, we noticed that they all got switched on. So we know that when we do the 52 range of motion for the 52 muscles, that it has a huge impact on our energetic well-being and switches muscles on. So if you can imagine having our muscles switched on and then doing physical activity, or for those people who are less active, more sedentary, that if you only do the muscle motion dance, you're providing a lot of goodness to your body and brain. So we already did our pre-test, so we're going to go right into the muscle motion. I'm going to do my best to do four repetitions on each side before we move to the next muscle. It will either be myself or Denise saying the muscle. You don't need to memorize the muscle. However, it will help you learn the flow of the muscles. And they are not in meridian order, they're in muscle flow order. So take a note of those. Denise, I am not going to be wearing my glasses, so I may not be able to see the pages. So if you can carry on with that, saying the muscles, I'll do my best, but I don't think I'll be able to keep up.
I know when you're doing the demonstration or presenting, your brain freezes, even though we've been doing these for years. For example, I'll put my earbuds in at the gym and I will do, remember when we were at the gym, I'll do the muscle motion dance, part 1 and part 2 of our music. We have 2 parts to it. They go from head to foot and then head to foot again. The primary muscles, main postural muscles, secondary muscles. And you know what? I can do more at the gym and I recover faster. And then when I wasn't going to the gym anymore and I started yoga, it didn't take me very long after the first or second yoga went. It was like, oh, I should do the muscle motion dance before I do yoga. So it'll be more beneficial for me. And I take that extra 8 or 9 minutes to do it before I go into yoga. And it's a much more pleasurable activity for me. All right, so yes, Heather, I will be shouting out the names of the muscles. And I will be shouting out the lyrics to the song that help our students learn the position, range of motion of the music and the flow of head to toe. So I'm going to invite everybody to follow along with Heather. I'm going to pin Heather in a minute. And so you'll be able to see her in as much detail as possible. I'm going to invite you to follow along to the best of your ability. And if you need to hold something for support, hold something for support. And the other thing I want to say, you're going to notice somewhere along the line, there's some muscles that are not going to behave the same on one side of the body compared to the other. So you're going to be flapping your arm one way and then the other, and it's going to feel a little bit sticky, or it's going to feel heavy, or it's just not going to move at all in the same amount of range as the other. So just make a mental note of that. So at the end, because different people will be watching this at different times, we're not going to go through all the 52 again, but keep a note of the ones that feel a little funny. And then after we finish the 52, check them again. And we'll check over everything, the measurements you took at the beginning. So Heather, I'm handing it over to you and pinning you. And we do have music to follow along, obviously, but it's for learning it the first time, just watch the range of motion. So Heather, start us off with supraspinatus. It's a breeze, arms in and down at 30 degrees. And then we go anterior deltoid, palms down flat, arms at 45, push front to back. Middle trapezius, make a T and try to push those arms toward me. And lower trapezius, palms up into the sky. Now we raise them forward and high. Anterior serratus, hold the shoulder blade, thumbs to the sky, pull down to your thigh.
Denise, have you pinned me? Have you pinned me?
I have.
Because I can't see myself.
Yep, it says remove pin on your picture.
Okay,
So
well,
it's definitely there.
Let me pin myself. Maybe that's the problem. Sorry about this.
Probably help you.
Yeah, I guess like I can't see if you can see my feet. You can't. Okay. Okay, next.
Well done. Okay, pectoralis major sternal. Sorry. Now in the song goes pectoralis major sternal time. Arms up, palms out, we take the dive. Pectoralis major clavicular next. Arms up, palms out, down to test. Latissimus dorsi, here's the thing. Flap your arm like a penguin wing. Subscapularis, like you're waving high. Remember to breathe and test both sides. Teres minor with some grace. Let your arms fall out, push across the waist. Teres major, elbow swish. Hand on the small of the back, soft fist. Abdominals rectus, hinge from your hips. Arms crossed, push straight back while you sit. Abdominals transverse, torso twist, push the shoulder through like this. Abdominals oblique look just the same, twist that torso, then untwist. Pyramidalis, exact same test, except you're leaning forward less. Rectus femoris, quadriceps, lift that knee like you're climbing a step. Quadriceps vastus intermedius, bicycle motion in the air to test.
Use a chair to stabilize if you need to.
Or a wall. Next we go quadriceps vastus lateralis, leg up, toe out, down and in test. Quadriceps vastus medialis, toe in, push out and down to test. Hamstrings group, bring the heel back, please. Push it down from 90 degrees. Hamstrings medial is same as before. Point the toes in and push down to the floor. Hamstrings lateral, one more time. Point the toes out and push down. That's fine. Gluteus medius, take a stand. Hold your leg out, then push it in. Adductors, the opposite next. Hold the leg in, push it out to test. Psoas, raise your leg up high, hold hip, toes out, glide to the side. Tensor fascia lata, leg up and out, point the toes in, then push it down. Sartorius, bring the heel to the knee, kick the foot down and knee towards me.
Oops.
That one's a little switched off, needs to wake up.
Knee comes in. Yeah, okay.
Okay, stand back just another foot, Heather. Peroneus tertius, toes out and flexed. Bring them down and around to test. Woohoo! So, congratulations, you just finished the primary muscle sequence. You can enjoy having a glass of water now. Or maybe not a whole glass, but at least a couple sips. Now we're going to go back to the top and work our way down the body for the secondary part. This is part 2 of our music. Now remember to take it easy with the neck, because the neck muscles are like delicate strings and you've got to go slow and do it right. If the neck or any other body part yells, back off and give it time to get well. Are you ready? Let's go. Neck flexors, chin to the chest. Push that forehead up to test. Chin back down, and you let it glide to tune you up on either side. Neck extensors, eyes to the sky. Your head goes forward like you're nodding high. And you've got extensors on either side. Remember to test them left and right. Upper trapezius, did you hear? Shrug each shoulder to the ear. Middle deltoid, elbows up at the side, push down towards your hip. All right. Posterior deltoid, airplane wing, down and forward, make it sing. Pectoralis minor, clear the air, straight arm across, up and out from there. Rhomboids, elbows in tight, up and away like you're taking flight. Levator scapula, much the same. Lean to one side and elbows raise.
It's only once. You don't have to do it twice.
Infraspinatus, hands up, freeze. Forward and down till they point to your knees. Brachioradialis, elbows in tight, karate chop down with some of your might. Coracobrachialis, elbows bent and wide, Then we bring them back. Yeah, you're doing fine. And this one we teach 2 ways, is going out and back, and then out from the 45 degrees towards your waist. Because there's 2 fibers. Yeah, come into your waist there, Heather. Elbows to the waist. Yeah, and up, out. And okay, good, good. Triceps, like it's hot, like you're fanning yourself. And test 3 ways. It's good for your health. 3 bands to the triceps. And now comes biceps. Test both short and long. Push your fist away. Yeah, you're looking strong. Quadratus lumborum, hands at your side. Lean with your head and bend left, then right. Sacrospinalis, hands to your spine. Look over your shoulder while leaning back. Now, sacrospinalis, sorry, gluteus maximus, leg back and high. Look, push it in until thigh meets thigh. Iliacus, bend your knees, foot out to in at 90 degrees. Piriformis is the same in reverse. Test both sides so nothing hurts. Popliteus, leg up, toe points in, then move across and point the toe out for the win. Gracilis is the pigeon toes. Straight leg, lift out, and watch it go. Gastrocnemius, push the knee, bend the knee, push it down to the floor from only 30 degrees.
30 degrees, not very far. This is 45, this is 30.
No, sorry, that was 90, honey. I know you're presenting. Okay, soleus is next. Yes?
Gastrocnemius is at 30 degrees from the floor. Right?
Did I not say bend the knee, push it to the floor from 30 degrees?
Yes, I made the mistake, so I'm correcting it.
Yeah, okay, well done. I know when you're presenting, your brain and your muscles don't always communicate. All right, now we're going soleus, leg at 90 degrees. Foot starts pointed, then it flexes with ease.
Other leg.
And last 2. Posterior tibs, forward heel, toe starts in, push out to reveal.
This one's the opposite of perineus.
Now we're going to go anterior tibialis, pedal to the metal, test both sides, and everything is settled.
What's the last part of it? Now we've completed
52 muscles, like the cards of a deck, something like that. I don't have the rest of the words, but
woo,
yeah, the song, our artist threw in a big woo-hoo at the end.
Congratulations, everybody. You've done 52 muscles. Now let's do the flexibility and the energy and the comfort level.
Yeah.
How's that? Okay. So head, start at the head. We should actually have felt a lot of comfort after the Denise's exercise, but now let's go side to side. This is flexibility test. Are you more flexible? And how about going to the floor? Bend your knees and go to the floor and then straighten them. Bend your knees and roll up to support your back. Awesome. What's your comfort in your body? How are you comfortable? Are you comfortable? You flexible? And what about your
Side
energy level?
bend, too.
How's your energy level? Mine went, whoo.
Heather, show me your side bend. You're going a little bit lower, aren't you?
I think so.
Great.
Well, I just want to let you know that I feel like I've tightened up my stomach muscles a little bit, like a lot.
That is always a good thing, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
All
Definitely.
right, so let me go back to the PowerPoint for a few moments here.
Can you please let us know in the chat if your energy increased, if your comfort level increased, and if your flexibility increased? We'd love to hear that. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes, and if you're watching this on replay, still make a comment for us, please. That would be really tremendous, absolutely tremendous. Oh, there's a question. What is a range of motion? Heather, do you want to handle that one?
Sure. The range of motion is the ability for the muscle. Every muscle has the ability to move in a particular way. So for instance, your pectoralis major sternal muscle is across your chest here. And you start when it's contracted. The most contracted state of that muscle is in this position. And then we move it up and out, and now the muscle expands and stretches, and that's the most extended version of that muscle. So a range of motion is going from the most contracted to the most extended part of that muscle. And when we're injured, oftentimes that range of motion is compromised or doesn't work properly. So if you can do a full range of motion in your body, that signals that your body and brain are the most connected.
Right, and so if you're activating all your muscles purposefully and with intention through their natural range of motion, that if they were going to work as an individual muscle, that's the range they would use. And you do that with intention, you literally are telling the brain to focus and wake up that circuit, the electricity, the signals to that specific muscle. And one of the things I know when I speak to groups of people is they think, well, I'm fine. I can bend over and pick up a bag of potatoes or a weight at the gym, until you can't, because other muscles are compensating. So if, say, one of the pec muscles isn't firing properly, it's at the expense of all the other muscles that are helper muscles. And you don't want that to happen. You do want your muscles working, all of them showing up for work every day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else you want to say about the music, Heather?
Oh, just that we have this really great music available, and there's actually a tune to it, and it goes a little bit faster than I demonstrated, but it is available on our website. But the short version of our website and short access to the product is bit.ly/musicmti. And you'll get access to the music for a small fee of $5.77. That includes the demonstration that you saw, plus the words, plus the song itself. So it's a great package for $5.77 Canadian.
And it also includes the thumbnails of, okay, the muscle's positioned this way. Now there's an arrow that says it goes that way. And then for the other muscle, it says you position it this way. Now the arrow says it goes that way. So there's a different learning style for different people.
And
yeah.
there is the thumbnails that they look like.
Okay, so there's that. Yeah, and our theme music. And our theme music is embedded, so our music's embedded with heart frequencies and love frequencies, because we just want to put that out in the world, that things are easy to learn, and we love what we do, and we love you for doing the muscle motions. Next slide. That's it. That's our presentation. And we really want to thank you for participating or listening to the replay. And we definitely want to invite you to contact us. Our email is info@muscletuners.fit. I know that Can Be Well had that beautiful slide presented earlier. Where did my share screen disappeared? Give me a second. I know our original Muscle Tuners website was muscletunersinternational.com, but people typing it on the phone said it's too long. And Heather found out we could get the extension of .fit. How cool is that for fitness? So Heather and I wish you well in your life. Make sure you contact us with any questions. And now I'm going to ask if anybody has any questions they want to ask, and I'm going to hand it over back to our hosts.
Hello, Denise and Heather. I have some questions for you.
Sure, Tanya.
So Denise, the shift in my neck bones allowed me to move equally on both sides, side to side, and with no pain. It feels so good. This bothers me every day. Will this happen each time I do this ear rub or muscle dance? Can it get better over time if I do the exercises daily?
Oh, I'd love to promise you that, but I cannot make promises. However, we know people like Heather, who's into self-care. She will tell you something. You want to jump in on that one, Heather?
Oh, well, with regards to doing it daily, my daily practice, is that what you want me to share?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I used to do the Power on Your Brain and circuit breaker reset and the gait massage on my feet every single day from November to July. And so what I can tell you is over time, it's like an accumulation of your brain going, oh yeah, there's two things I want to say and they're both jumping in at me at the same time. So the first thing is it's like our body balance is like a pendulum. We swing one way and we swing the other. We swing one way and we swing the other. And while we're doing energy balancing and we're doing techniques to help our body, we come to the center, and every day it gets closer. Our pendulum swings less and less and less. And eventually we're just here. We're kind of just circling around the center point of our balance all the time. So when we're here, our body functions the best, and we actually witness less pain and more comfort and more flexibility on a daily basis. So that's the point that I wanted to make. But the other point personally was, after 9 months of doing this, I had a physical experience that I wasn't expecting, which was water skiing for 2.5 miles, 2 days in a row, having not been in the gym and having not water skied in 5 years. And I was able to go 2 days water skiing with no pain even after the second day. And that absolutely floored me, because usually my quads are aching, my back muscles and my arms are aching from water skiing, right? So I can tell you that doing these regularly, frequently, like most days of every week, will make a huge difference in your physical well-being.
So another question, Heather. I had a little bit of pain with one of the muscle groups you were doing, muscle exercises. Does that mean I should do it more often, or I should rest it?
Well, I would suggest that you do the circuit breaker reset and try it again. And the circuit breaker reset is part of the 5 free techniques on muscletuners.fit. You'll see me like this muscle pose. So that is definitely a possibility.
Circuit
breaker reset. It's the third free tip.
Oh yeah, we have free tips on our website. Heather keeps talking about it because it's so miraculous, and we give it away for free.
Yeah, it's like you hear on the business side, you always give away your best stuff. Well, these are the 5 best as far as I'm concerned. So I would suggest you do the circuit breaker reset and then you do those again. The possibility is one. Did you notice it just on one side or the other, or both?
One.
So chances are that the 2 sides are imbalanced with each other. And if you do the circuit breaker reset, it will help signal your muscles to work better and together. So that I would do that, and then I would do the range of motion again. So absolutely, it's not about rest more so than balance and what's the word I'm looking for? Getting that body-brain connection more solid and fluid.
Okay.
I'm going to jump in on that question as well, because we were so excited about everything, and I neglected to ask everybody to go back through the range of motion of, after we finished the 52, go back to a few that felt sticky or off or imbalanced from one side to the other. So definitely before this video is over, go back and check some of those. And what ends up happening is as energy starts flowing through your meridians and the electrical circuits start talking to all the muscles, and muscles start firing again that haven't been firing, more and more of them show up, and you get less and less pain, and you get less restricted motion. So I have seen people in one single episode of just doing all the muscle motions, absolutely floored at the difference in their body. Some people have had a chronic issue. It's been there a long time. So you may need to do it more than once. And we know people in Heather's Win the Pain game, they've said, if I do one technique, it's either the circuit breaker reset or it's taking the time to do all the muscle motions, because that just gets them set up for the rest of the day.
Thank you. Just a few more questions. If I don't feel comfortable or strong enough for standing up, can I do this sitting down?
Absolutely. Do your very best to feel secure and supported. Some of the motions with the lower leg muscles, you might need to sit a little forward in your chair, but not to the very edge. We don't want you falling down. But like there's the psoas one, which slide to the side. That's a little hard to do in a chair. But do your best, because actually just lifting your leg up, like pretend my arms are my legs right now, the action of getting them up to 45 degrees forward and just initiating the movement of going back, because your leg, your thigh is going to hit the side of your chair. But just initiating that motion is beneficial. So even if you can't stand up, please do everything you can sitting down. As much as you can do it.
Okay. And for the ear exercise, is it okay if someone else does it for you?
Oh, you bet. I train the massage therapists to do this for their clients, usually at the beginning of the session, to help get the muscles all calmed down so that they can do massage more comfortably without having to spend so much time getting through those iron bands. And the ear one is one that they like to do. Is a little, let's give you a little treat and get you settled after you've driven here and everything, and get comfortable and integrated in the room, get ready for the massage. Makes a huge difference. So yes, I train massage therapists to do this, and I train seniors to say, you know, if
Awesome.
you can't lift your shoulder, get somebody else to do it for you.
And does it matter what hand you use to work on your ear?
Generally, it's most beneficial to use the same side hand on the same side ear. The thing is, some people are wired a little bit differently, and it feels better for them to use the opposite hand. Or, if you have a shoulder limitation on one side, don't use the sore side. Just use the one hand that can reach both sides if this one can't move. Great question.
Okay. Now, Michelle has asked, what is a heart frequency? Who would like to answer that question?
Well, go to YouTube. There's all kinds of cool music out there. And it's about frequencies. That science have studied that certain frequencies enable learning. Certain frequencies enable the opening of the heart energy of the body. So there's a series. I'm not really well trained. I work with frequency healing in my clinic with tuning forks that are pitched for organs. And so when our musician said, hey, you've got music embedded, I've added you a bonus, he talked to Heather about that.
So the super learning key for learning is E flat. So the music has been written in E flat. This is the muscle motion dance music. And the frequency for the love frequency is, I don't remember if it's 528.
I think it's 440 hertz.
It's up there anyway. And I actually only knew about the E flat, and that it was the super learning key that he wrote the song in.
Thank you. And just a few more questions and then we'll wrap up. What is a meridian flow order and how is it different from muscle flow order, and where can I learn more?
Well, the muscle flow order is how easy it is to go from head to foot. And so there's a muscle flow order, and we're using it in Muscle Tuners International. The meridian flow order would be found in Touch for Health. They focus on the meridian system and then add the muscles in according to meridian. And we do it the opposite way. We focus on the muscles and do it the opposite way.
And if I wanted to learn more about muscle flow order, would I go to your website?
Absolutely.
Well,
Okay.
You'd have to take a program though, or you could buy the music and you'll see the muscle flow order, which is for therapists to be very as rapid and efficient as possible. If they're not like in Touch for Health, the meridians connect to different muscles. And if you go by meridian order, 1 minute you're doing an arm muscle, then you're going down and you're doing a leg muscle, then you're doing something upstairs here, maybe with the neck, and then you're going down to do something with the feet. So at Muscle Tuners, we just work from head to foot because it's more efficient. As long as you get them all, it still works. Did I answer your question?
Well, it was Michelle's question, but I'm going to go with yes.
yeah.
Okay, great.
So I think we'll end on that note. I
was just
want
gonna-
to. Oh, sorry, Heather. No,
I was
sorry.
just going to reiterate and restate that the muscle flow order is in the muscle motion song, which is at the bit.ly link that was bit.ly/
Music MTI.
music MTI. There you go. So that's where you
bit.ly
slash,
/music.mti.
yeah.
Yes, all in lowercase.
I put it in the chat for people for the
That's
video.
very easy to think of that for us.
So I want to thank you very much. It was very informative, and my energy level is much higher. So I'm going to go be going out to garden. So thank you. My 52 muscles are much happier and are asking me why might I not start my day with this, and I think I might have to listen to them. So thank you for waking me up to my body's messages. I appreciate that very much. So I just want to remind those who are watching the recording that Can Be Well, if you wish to make a donation to support any of our education programs for what you learned today, that you can go to the website at canbewell.org and click on membership. And I wish you, Heather and Denise, a beautiful afternoon as we wrap up the recording, and over to Michelle to stop the recording. And I thank you again for your time and your wisdom.